Right, okay, so the leg extension, where we're pretty much just isolating quads, these ones here. So, there's a few things to know about this exercise, especially the matrix one, which is one we use in Pure Gym, so I'm going to go over it now. So, the first one being range of motion. So, this thing right here, I don't know if I'm in shot, but you'll be able to hear me anyway. So, these numbers right here all correlate to a range of motion, basically meaning the amount of distance that your legs are going to have to push the weight. So, for example, if this is on 5, your legs aren't going to have to push it anywhere near as much because it only goes from here to here, as opposed to range of motion 1, which is what we want on it ideally, where it has to go from all the way back there, where your legs almost start behind you, all the way up. So that arc of the weight moving is a lot bigger with on 1, which is what we want to aim for. So the only reason you'd really have it on anything lower than a 1, or higher than a 1 in this case, is because your legs physically cannot get in back here without, because you just don't have the flexibility. So that's the first thing. Secondly, we're going to go over the seat. So the seat changes as well based on how tall you are, basically. So we want it, and there's usually numbers on this as well. We want the seat so that our legs are going to end up nice and comfortably at this red thing here. So we want this in line. This is the pivot point here, this little red thing right here, and it's going to be the same on a lot of exercises. This is our pivot point that we want our knees directly in line with. So for me, the middle of my knee is directly in line with this, and I'm happy with that. If you're somebody who's shorter, then you're going to want to move this seat forwards. And if you're someone who's taller, you're going to end up moving it backwards. But for me, this number right here works for me perfectly. That's how you know the seat, how far the seat should be. So, after that, we got our range of motion. Personally, I can have it on 1. If I was less flexible, I might have to put it on 2 so I could get my feet in, but I'm not. So we're going to have it on 1. Not flexible though. So you should be fine, because if I can get in, so can you. Okay. Going to put it on a weight that I like. We're going to put our feet in here. Now, main thing is to have your bum as far back into the seat as you can, okay? Have your hands on the handles, pulling yourself in, especially when the weight gets heavier. Chest up nice and high, I say that in every damn exercise. And all we're gonna do is drive our legs forwards, little pause at the top, nice and slow on the way back. Now we don't want, like in every pin loaded machine, we don't want these 2 stacks to touch, because that stops our time under tension. So, by keeping these away from each other, I'm still got tension in my leg muscles. Gonna drive up again, down nice and slowly. Now, breathing out wants to be on the way up, because that's the hardest part of the exercise. So, in, like so. Boom, you just learned the leg extension. Well done.